You know you're in trouble when a female barbarian gives you the cold shoulder. Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. I'm Rob the Easterling, and today, as voted by you, we are going to be painting a female barbarian from Hero Quest, but this is from the Frozen Horror expansion pack. And we're going to be testing out the new Liquid Frost, or it's probably not new to anyone else, but it's new to me, from Green Stuff World. We're going to try this at the end of the video. You can skip all the way to there. I'm not going to show you much what it does because it takes forever to dry. Anyways, we're going to be painting this with speed paints over a really cool Ice Charm primer. Let's get painting. Alright, so as I mentioned, this beautiful female barbarian from the Hero Quest Frozen Horror expansion is primed in the Ice Charm primer by Instant Colors of scale 75. Usually you would use this if you're using their Instant Color range. I don't have those anymore, so I'm going to try speed paints over top this Ice Charm. And to be extremely honest, they work like a charm, literally, on this primer. The primer is so nice, it's so matte, it sticks super well to the miniature. I had originally bought this as a brush on primer, and I can tell you right now, as a brush on primer, it goes on super thick, kind of splotchy, not great, but with an airbrush, wow, what a great primer to start with, especially if you want to go on a really cool effect with your speed paints. And as you can see, just the skin tone here, it just highlights so well. And even the blinding light, even though it's like a white, it's got a little hint of light to it for her furs here, it actually pales down the primer just nicely, keeping some of the recesses a little tad grayish blue, and really working really well. I may actually have to try this on more miniatures. I have another Hero Quest miniature primed with this Ice Charm. But if you guys might have also noticed, I'm going to be starting to paint some Shatterpoint, and I really want to concentrate on that. Hope you guys don't mind if I go through my Shatterpoint paintings. I got quite a few miniatures to go through, but I'm going to do some quick techniques here and there. Anyways, we won't talk about that. We're talking about Frozen Horror here, Hero Quest. So this is, you can use the Barbarian card. So you can only have 4 characters in the game. The Elf, the Barbarian, the Wizard, and the Dwarf. So if you choose a Barbarian, you can be a female or a male version, which is really awesome that they did that. They also did the same thing with the Elf. They made a female elf in the Mage of the Mirror thing, and then in the latest one, Rise of the Dread Moon, they put a knight in there, but only one knight. But I don't think you can tell if it's a male or female, so it doesn't make a lick of difference now, does it? And as for the dwarf, well, we know the story about that. Anyways, we're using a little bit of hardened leather now on this miniature, and again, the Ice Charm is just making these colors pop even more. I don't know, I think it's just that hint of blue kind of makes the colors just come out more vibrant. It's gonna look amazing on the table, especially when it's done painting. And yeah, so this is the one you guys voted on. It outvoted all the other 3 again. Poor Professor Xavier sitting there, the Jester sitting there all by himself, and Dr. Siobhan as well. In between videos for the Star Wars ones though, I'm probably gonna be painting up those 3, or putting up the videos of those 3, so you'll have some diversity a little bit, and I might go back and forth between Star Wars and some other miniatures as well. I'm almost tempted to go back to finishing one box. I used to love doing that, like when I did my Ankh series. It was pretty much everything Ankh. Massive Darkness was pretty much everything Massive Darkness. And people started asking, oh, do you have other stuff you have to paint and all that? So what is your opinion on that? I mean, should I follow what you guys want? Should I follow what I want? Or should I just paint whatever and have some fun with it? So comment down below. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, folks. It is free. Okay, you don't have to join me. I don't make money off of YouTube, and I don't want to yet. And I'm not getting into that more. Anyways, yeah, so continuing on with this female barbarian, here's some Gravelord Grey for like the stonework of her shield. A lot of details on this miniature, which is amazing and really good. And if you were doing a grimdark look or a grisaille effect with the slap chop, I think this would be a miniature to do it on. I don't know if the Zenithal would look super great on this, but I think the slap chop, if you really want to do a grimdark look to it, especially in Hero Quest, I think this would be great. But the fact is that my other miniatures, none of them did that. I pretty much just paint them all, I think, in Brain Matter Beige or white or whatever colors I could use, and I think I just speed painted through them because I wanted to get through it quickly, which is the point of this channel, right? We want to paint, we want to get them really well done. I find I do a great job on my miniatures. I hope everyone else does. I may not have the subscribers as other people do, like their 20,000s and all that, and frankly sometimes I think my videos are better. Heck, I was watching a video yesterday. This person has tens of thousands of subscribers, tens of thousands of views, and the video was pretty much a rehash of everything that person had done in the past, just using old footage and repeating themselves. I'm not going to say who or what, but if you've seen that video, you know who I'm talking about, and it's kind of sad that that happens. Before we get started on the, I know I haven't talked about it yet, that Liquid Frost by the Green Stuff World, we're going to put on a little bit of water texture here from Vallejo on the bottom. This is Atlantic Blue. And you're going to want that dry this either in front of a fan or for the next 4 to 8 hours at least. I let it sit there for a while, but I do have to say, the Liquid Frost, okay, it's not what I was expecting. I was really hoping for, you put this down, it creates these little ice sparkles, and then you put some more, it creates more. Well, here I'm going to put it down, and I'm going to show you too much, but I'll talk about it right after. So you put it down, it's extremely clear, you can barely see where you're putting it, so you don't know if you're putting on too thick or not, and you're not supposed to. Put some on her sword or her shield. Now, the bad problem is that it actually ate through the paint, the speed paint. It actually started melting off the speed paint. You can see it on her right boot there, or her left boot, sorry. You can see that the paint was sort of kicking into it. You can see some of the sparkles starting to create, but it created more like just like an ice plate. But on the sword, it shows more. But again, you see the silver has been eaten away. Anyways, I want to thank you guys for watching, and we'll see you all in the next one.